I think this is my actual first request rant from one of my subscribers, a guy named Irobu, I believe. Anyway, dude, you wanted me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. It's about I think she's Pakistani or whatever, that crazy bitch who got fired from she was a doctor or a neurologist, or maybe she was just some kind of basket case who pretended to be a doctor, or neurologist who attacked some poor Uber driver who came to pick her drunk ass up at a club. I guess he actually was not there for her. He was there for somebody else. And so she was overprivileged, spoiled, and flat tittied and thought that she deserved a ride home. When he said no, she's like, oh, you can do, you can beat me up. You can beat me. She's just slapping the dude in the fucking face. All right. I got to stop there for just a second. What he should have done at that point, as soon as she put hands on him, was kick her in the pussy. Right then, kick her right square between her legs. You would have sent her home with a bruised, inflated vagina. She would have had to explain that shit to people, why she's walking funny the next day doing rounds and all that shit. And you know what? Instant karma right there. But the guy was trying to be a gentleman. I understand. And be like, listen, I don't want to hit you, bitch. I don't want to hit you. He's like trying to reason with her. Other people are filming this shit, laughing. I understand them not getting involved because you can get sued for pretty much anything these days. But the bitch is going on, and he's holding her, he's trying to, and eventually she gets away from it at some point, gets into his car, is like, you gotta take me home now, blah, 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 talking in her drunk Hindu speak. And she starts trashing this fucker's car. Trashing, throwing shit out. She threw his iPhone out, trashed his fucking car. I mean, horrible. She trashed his car for like 5 minutes. And then the bitch is gonna act like she's gonna walk away after trashing his car. And he's still trying to be like, I'm just going to follow you and make sure you're okay. What Uncle Jay would have done in that situation, let me tell you right now. Like I said before, I would have sent her back to the hospital with a bruised, kicked pussy from even putting her hands on me in the first place. Women want equal rights. That's an equal right. Don't put your hands on a fucking man and expect not to get hit. Sorry. New rule. New fucking decades, man. No. New decade, new rules. Whatever. Anyway, after that, when she was trashing the car, that was his definite excuse to go after her ass. Grab her by her little anorexic ankle, pull her ass out. I don't care if her face hit the concrete on the way out. You're trashing my shit at that point. You should have thoroughly, as a matter of fact, he shouldn't have even pulled her out of the car. He should have been like, okay, bitch, he should have pretended to drive her ass home. He should have pretended, locked at the other side of the door, be like, you know what, you're right, bitch, I'm going to drive you home. Driven her to the worst neighborhood in the city, and then said, get the fuck out of my car, push her out there, and then just yelled like a racial epithet at like some, whoever that majority is, maybe say it's a horrible black neighborhood, yell out the N-word 50 times and say, this bitch said it, and then just drive away real fast. That's what her ass deserved. But no, he was a gentleman, so I'm going to give him credit for taking that shit, although I would have never taken it. I don't think most people would have. Her ass would have been slung across that street. Now, the controversy was she got on, Good Morning America and everything else like 2 days later. Like, I'm just so embarrassed. It was, I had a hard day. My boyfriend broke up with me. I wonder why. Imagine fucking that chick. Holy shit, you want to piss her off? Honey, I really don't feel like going out to like another chick flick movie tonight. Motherfucker said I'll kill you. I'm like, oh, no. So she was like doing the apology tour for like 2 or 3 days. She's like, everybody makes mistakes. I just had a really bad night. My friends didn't text me. I'd realized what a horrible, horrible cunt I am. Like, I just finally fucking realized it, and it absorbed into me. And then this one guy, when I first, I tried to assault somebody else, earlier in that night, and he kicked me in the pussy. So I was kind of sore and agitated from that. And she was going on there saying she's sorry. And the question was whether she should be fired or not. She was fired as from her doctorship or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I have mixed feelings about it, honestly. I have done dumb, horrible, mean, despicable shit I will never ever say when I was drunk. I don't drink. I haven't drank since I was 22 years old. There's a fucking reason. Because you think I'm crazy now. Oh, with any kind of alcohol, I get so much crazier. Things I didn't think that were even humanly possible come out of my mouth. I'm sure I have. Like, I speak in tongues. I'm not a happy drunk. I've always been jealous of them. They're always, like, woo. Sometimes when I get drunk, I just get too happy and I make stupid decisions. Really, when I get drunk, I shit in the middle of the street and I start throwing it at people. Because I'm already mental, apparently. And apparently there's some super inner psycho in me that comes out when I'm drunk. I think that chick has a little bit of this. Not to the degree I have, but still. She can, do the girly hit at an Uber driver. But she's young. I think she's in her 20s. She fucked up. I'm glad that there were no cell phones, video camera. Well, there were video cameras, but no cell phones. It's so easy accessible to film like me back when I was really acting up, when I was drunk, when I was doing stupid, the shit that I would have never been able to live down anything I ever did. I'm not saying I ever trashed a car or anything. I'm sure I yelled at people. I'm sure I fought people. I'm sure I did horrible, horrible shit that I can't even, some I probably don't even remember because I was blacked out drunk back then. I was blacked out. Luckily, like I said, I got it together by the time I was 22 years old. So it was only a year there of me acting psychotic, but that was enough. That was enough never to ever have a drink again, knowing if I drink again, there's two places. I'm going to end up jail or dead, and neither one really sued me because I have a lot of important shit to do. But so I don't actually know if she should have lost her job for this fuck up. It's a fuck up. She's an asshole. She needs to take some like courses on how not to be a fucking self-centered asshole. The only thing that really bothered me about her, not the only thing, but one of the things that really bothered me about her was her sitting there saying, you know, I had a rough day. That's why I did this. I had a rough day. That's not an excuse. And that is not a rough day. Talk to somebody who's starving somewhere in, you know, fucking sub-Saharan Africa, and or somebody who doesn't know where their next money's going to come for their next electric bill, or is, you know, fighting for custody of a child, or dying, or fighting a disease. You bitch, you work in a hospital, you see people struggling on a daily basis. You know who's having a real bad day. That was not a bad day. You're an asshole, selfish bitch, and you got what you deserve by being put on blast. I'm all for her being put on blast. I'm all for her being shown on a loop every Christmas at her house, where her family can just yell at her and throw food at her and shit. Be like, remember when you were a fucking asshole, bitch? You never do this shit again. But I don't think she should have been fired. But the other part of me does say, that tantrum didn't just start. Like, you know, like she didn't get that mad, and she'd always been an angel all her life and been a choir girl, and, you know, she was just volunteering, and she just had a real shitty fucked up day, and she got that super psycho. No, there's no way. This bitch had issues before that. This bitch was acting up before that. I guarantee that was not the first tantrum she threw. I guarantee that's not the first time she assaulted somebody. I guarantee it's not it. So I think the underlying causes of her being a psycho asshole need to be dealt with, and then she should be allowed back into her job. Right now, she should go to McDonald's. She'd do fine. If, you know, you've seen those videos now on YouTube where they run up on people at McDonald's and Wendy's and shit, and they get into a fight. Perfect place for her to work. She gets in a fight and it's on tape. Who the fuck cares? It'll probably be on World Star. Problem solved. But yeah, so he wanted to know what I thought. Irabu. I think that she's a selfish bitch. I think that is not the first time she's done something like that. I think she needs like 2 years of intensive psychotherapy before she's allowed near patients again. But I do think that she deserves her second, third, or fourth chance. She hasn't killed anybody yet. If she does that, then I'll have a rethink. But if she murders a patient, then I'll be like, you know what? I was wrong. She shouldn't get anything back. No, but can you see her working on the children's ward? Holy shit. Well, those are cancer kids. It's like, you know, crippled up, dying and shit. She's like taking blood. Some blood splatters on her. That was a new fucking dress, you son of a bitch. Ow, please stop. Please. No, you don't know I had a bad day. I was on the elevator and a resident farted on me. I could smell it. So, yeah. She should go to therapy or work at McDonald's, get better mentally, and then go back to work and be forgiven ultimately for this, except by her family, who should throw things at her every Christmas dinner and play this on a loop and remind her, don't ever be an asshole again. That's what I think.